Hey everyone, I just wanted to show you my Erin Condren planner that I got. And the reason I wanted to make a video on this is because not only, they're fun to look at, but more importantly, I guess I kind of use it in a way that's a little bit different than some of the people I've seen, or in a way I've kind of taken little bits of um, things that other people have done and kind of put it all together in one planner. So the nice thing about these planners is that you really can kind of customize it to whatever works best for you, which is part of what makes them such great planners, is that they're pretty versatile. So depending on how you want to use it, whether it be for personal or business, or in my case both, they're pretty awesome. So one of the things I wanted to mention, just because when I was looking at them online, I wasn't really sure about it, but the coil on these, I was a little worried at first that they were going to be like a spiral-bound notebook and be really thin and flimsy and bend. This planner has been in and out of my purse I don't know how many times, and it's in perfect condition. It's a very heavy gauge coil. If you can see it there, it's much thicker than a standard wire-bound notebook. So this thing isn't going anywhere. It's not going to bend or break. You can, beat on it pretty good, and it's pretty heavy duty. So if that's something you're thinking about, because I know that's something I was thinking about, that where, my notebooks in high school and stuff, they all got bent and junk like that, and they get all gross. That's not an issue with these planners. So if that's something you're, nervous about or a little questioning, skeptical, don't worry about it, because it's a non-issue. Same goes for the cover. It's a very heavy-duty pouch lamination that they use for this. You can see it's pretty thick. It doesn't really bend, so that's also not going to get beat up. The planner itself, I mean, I've had it for coming up on 2 months now, and it looks, other than my writing in it, it looks pretty much the same as the day I got it. So they're very durable, very heavy duty. So yeah, the cover that I picked, there's a lot of options. You'll see on the website, there's all different ones that you can choose from. You can kind of customize it however you want. They give you the option of adding a photo to most of the covers. This one had the option of a photo. It does cost a little bit more, but I actually preferred this cover without the photo on it, so I chose not to do that. You'll see I have my name and website updated on the side there, and that's just for, you can have that customized however you want. If you want to have family name or some other type of thing here. I'm just going to cover up. There's my phone numbers on there, and I love y'all, but I don't need a bunch of you calling me. So anyway, so this main page here is kind of just for decoration, and it is cute and all, but I have been using it as more of like a dashboard of sorts. I will stick post-it notes to it. As you can see, I have one on there right now. And the reason I do that is kind of as like a home page, if you will, a paper home page. And basically what I do with those post-it notes is I'll put on there anything that needs to get done but doesn't have like a specific time frame in which it needs to be accomplished. So like I need to get a library card. Obviously that is not crucial to my life and can be done kind of whenever. So it's just kind of a generic running list. Also, I will put notes on here if, I think, oh, hey, at some point we need to get some Scotch tape. We don't need any right now, but we will soon. I'll put a running target list on there, and whenever I, get around to going, I'll pick up those things. I do not do that for my grocery list, however, and you'll see where I do my grocery list, and actually I think it works really well for me personally, so that's how I do it. This page, again, is just kind of for decoration, and me and my post-it notes attacked it, and basically I have on here the day's schedule of when I write my coupon matchups for my site. These are the goals of what days I want to accomplish that on. Generally speaking, I'm pretty behind on those, but I'm getting better, so will give me some credit. So, you know, again, that's kind of just general. You know, everybody will use that differently. These are just the birthdays and anniversaries. I don't have all of mine filled out yet, just the important ones. This page is the year on a date or year on a page calendar. There's a lot of different ways people use these. I just kind of use it as an at-a-glance thing if I need to see the whole year for some reason. I have my anniversary highlighted there, but other than that, I don't really use this page other than just to look at, so we'll skip that. So now we're getting into the first month here. This is the first full month, January, that I had my planner, and wasn't quite sure how I was going to be using it. I kind of used some of the stickers that came with the planner, and I also ordered some custom stickers of my own that I used as well. So nothing really that spectacular here as far as the monthly view goes. I did start keeping kind of a running list of things that I wanted to do throughout the month, but a lot of those are going to be going onto the dashboard page at the front, just because after I flip from January, this list becomes lost, and if I didn't do these things in January, now I have to flip through and try to find what month they were in, so that was kind of a test run for me. I think it actually works better to have them on the dashboard page. I used this clip that came with it up here. This is something that comes with the planner. I used that to hold the months apart. So once I was done with January, I clipped it so I can flip right to February, and I'll continue doing that as long as the clip holds. So with February, I kind of got a little more fun, I guess, for lack of a better term, with some stickers and washi tape and stuff. And I actually just ordered some more washi tape from Etsy, so I'm waiting on that to arrive. So when that does, I'll be jazzing it up a little more here. But basically, you know, what your standard month looks like here in the planner. And then what I've done here is the monthly goals. And then again, once the month passes, I'll add those to the goal sheet in the front of the planner on the dashboard page. I started keeping track of blog post ideas here, and then realized, again, same thing where, you know, after the month turns, I'm not going to have access to this list anymore, so I decided to keep them in the back, and I'll show you that section in a little bit once we get to it. So this is the week view, the weekly view. And this is your entire week on a page here, and the way they break it down is going across from the top. This is morning, daytime, and nighttime. So morning, afternoon, night. I don't really use them in that aspect. I kind of just write stuff where I have room for it. Typically, my personal stuff will wind up going in the morning section, and then blog stuff will go in the daytime and nighttime section, just because that's when I tend to work on them, but it's not set in stone by any means. So, and then we have the side panel here. This is weekly goals and notes. I actually found myself using this as a running grocery list, which wasn't my original plan, but since I found that I was doing it, I decided I was just going to run with it. So what I do for this section is throughout the week, when I use the last of something, or when I notice we're out of an item, I will add it to my grocery list here. And then when we go grocery shopping, I run off of this list and I cross out the things as I put them in the cart. That way we don't miss anything, and it seems to be really working for us, so I've decided to kind of just go with it and keep it that way. When I do this, I keep a separate list for like Target or Home Depot, stuff like that, so this is strictly just for groceries. Simply because there's not enough room for me to do everything. Most weeks I'm filling this up pretty close to the end, so And then at the bottom, you'll see here there's some blank spaces at the end of each day, and they kind of give you a list of, you know, some ideas of what you could use the space for. I tried a few different things, and I found that the meal planning part of it works best for me. But I don't like traditional meal planning where you schedule a specific meal for a specific day. You know, there are some times where I look at my meal plan and I say, Tuesday says I have to have spaghetti, but I don't feel like having spaghetti today, so I guess we'll just eat out, and that never works. So what I find works best for me is to schedule the meals, and I choose 7 for the week. And then what I do is you know, on any given day, I'll look at the list and say, okay, today I feel like having garlic double crunch chicken, which, by the way, is a recipe off of Pinterest, and it's phenomenal. So anyway, so I'll pick a random one that we haven't had, and I'll make it. And when I use that recipe, I'll cross it off. So that way I know we've had it for that week. I know we probably don't have the ingredients to make it again. And then that's done. So on any given day, I can choose any of the open menu items. So, you know, say on, you know, this is Monday, but I want to have one pot goulash on Monday. We can make it that day and just cross it off. So they don't necessarily go in any particular order. As you can see, I've crossed off from different places. So it allows for some flexibility, which is especially good if you have kids and stuff. If your schedule is kind of, you know, flips around, it's not set in stone. It keeps things fluid. I find it's a lot easier that way to stick to a meal plan. That way you still know what ingredients you have on hand for what meals, but you're not tied down to eating it on a set day, which my husband appreciates also. So as you can see, some weeks I kind of forgot to cross stuff off, but I knew, you know, that we had it. I mean, it's easy to remember usually, but if you're really busy and stuff, it's probably better that you cross it off just to make sure you don't forget. And for the meal plan meals, in case you're wondering, a lot of the recipes I got either came from Pinterest or from eMeals. And if you're interested in learning more about eMeals, we're slowly transitioning into more of a paleo, I guess, kind of lifestyle. We're not there yet, obviously, as you can see by some of my meals here, but I had signed up for eMeals and did a little bit of a review on them. So if you're interested in reading that, you can check out the website. Just search for eMeals and it'll come up. Lots of great recipes there, and they help you build a grocery list too, which is pretty awesome. So some of my recipes I get from there, some of them I get from Pinterest, some of them I have on hand already. It just depends. But the last couple weeks I was kind of just starting out, figuring out how I want to do that. There were some days where we didn't use a meal from the previous week, so I shifted it over to the next week. As you can see here, that's the grocery list that I was talking about, and stuff like that. So here's this week now. Today's Tuesday, so I've got my running list for the week. Usually I do my grocery shopping on Friday. It used to be Saturday when I lived in Minnesota because that was when my local grocery store did their double coupons. The stores here, I shop at Safeway mostly now, and they do their $5 Fridays, and so usually there's some better deals on Friday, so I typically do my shopping then. So throughout the week I add to my list, and then when I go shopping on Friday this week, I'll take this list with me. Here's our meals for the week. I didn't cross off last night's dinner, but we had the chicken Alfredo with spinach last night. It was very good. Not really a recipe though, so I don't have anything to share. It was pretty much just Alfredo sauce and pasta, and then I tossed in some sauteed chicken and spinach. But anyway, so that's in there. So pretty much that's how the rest of the bulk of the planner goes, you know, the monthly and the weekly plan sections. So I won't bore you with those because that's pretty much straightforward. I do want to show you how I use the notes section. This is something I saw in a couple of other videos, how people use them. And so I liked how that worked. I like the extra space. I like keeping the running lists going. Otherwise I forget. I'm very, how do I put this nicely? I'm a creative person, but at the same time, I can be very disorganized. And so I'll have this, string of awesome ideas. And if I don't write them down, they're useless because all of a sudden I'll forget what the idea was. And it doesn't matter how awesome it is, it's always gone. So I've learned that I have to keep lists. And so for some reason, just having it on paper seems to work better for me than like an online calendar. So whatever works better for you. But anyway, this is the section. I have list off books to read, songs to download, movies to watch. I haven't really filled that out yet, but that will be getting filled out at some point. This page I did garden planning. We're going to be doing a garden in the spring, which I'll have probably videos and blog posts about, so keep an eye out for that. But just a running plan of the garden stuff that I want to do. Blog maintenance stuff, boring. It's kind of all the behind the scenes stuff that I need to do for running the blog, maintenance, stuff like that. So YouTube videos that I want to create. So as you can see, there's a growing list here. So stay tuned for those. And also blog post ideas. So I keep those in there. And right now the rest of this is pretty much empty, but there's tons of lined and unlined pages in here, which is pretty awesome because you can, plan a lot of stuff in there. The contact section I don't really use only because I have my iPhone, so I tend to use that mostly for my contacts and stuff. There's a nice little folder back here, or pocket, I guess you'd call it, to keep papers and stuff in. I don't really use this only because I feel like things would fall out of here. I haven't really tried it, so I can't say for sure if they do. But it just seems like if you tipped it or put it in your purse or something, that anything in here would fall out, and I don't want to find out if that happens. So since I do carry this in my planner every time I leave the house, I don't feel like losing anything in the bottom of my planner. So I actually use this, which comes with the planner. It's a little pocket here. Let's see if I can... Yeah, get that open. And basically what I keep in here is just any stickers that I'm using. That's a business card for my doctor. But, you can keep other stuff in here. I have some of the stickers. These came with the planner. There was a bunch of them. I've used some already. But, and then just these are stickers that I bought at Michael's and my hearts. Those are just kind of used to jazz up the place and keep it fun, If it's cute and colorful and bright, I'll use it. If it's not, it tends to sit in the corner. I'm okay with it. I've admitted to myself that things have to be fun and pretty, otherwise I won't use them. So, anyway, long story not so short, this is my Erin Condren planner, and that's why I love it so much. I'm going to put a link in the comments, or in the description, sorry, to sign up with erincondren.com. If you sign up through my link, you'll get a $10 off welcome coupon for your first order. So, you know me, I love coupons. Every little bit helps. So, if you're going to sign up, go ahead and do that through that link. And then I'll also put the link for the emails review if you wanted to check that out also in the description. So anyway, don't forget to comment and subscribe. Let me know if you have an Erin Condren planner. I want to know what you think of it because I absolutely adore my planner. I'm not usually a planner person, but this thing is awesome. So let me know what you think of yours, and yeah. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Have a good day, guys.